Hello and good morning. Welcome everybody to our Wednesday live session. My name is Lindsay. I'm the host of this glorious and fantastic group, Wealth Mindset Shifts for the Six-Figure CEO. When you join me live, say hola, and I hope you're having a wonderful morning so far. What are we talking about today? Does using spiritual woo actually create more abundance in your business, create more abundance in your life? I'm very excited to be talking about this topic today and more talking about wealth, talking about abundance, but we're going to be talking about more specifically if crystals and feng shui and that manifesting thing, prayer, actually play into bringing more money, more abundance into our lives. And I know you've thought about this lots. I know you probably dove into this as well. I'm sure you've read books on it, taken courses, watched videos, and then there's something within that's, is this real? Does this actually work? The self-doubt creeps up, and that's totally normal because our ego is just always trying to protect us. So, does it have to do with anything with making money? So, I want you to put in the comments what you think. What does your gut tell you? What does your intuition tell you about this? Do these things, maybe even a little witchcraft, maybe spells, maybe crystal grids, maybe, I don't know, dowsing, do these things actually work? What do you think? What does your intuition tell you? Tell me, what does your intuition tell you? Does it work? Does it work? So as you fill out your ideas, yes, it can help. So I have to first mention that the angle in which I chose the title, a little unkind, little clickbaity, because I wanted you to have this mill in your mind, and I wanted that self-doubt to come out so we can talk about it today. The answer to the question, if it actually works, is simple, it's complex at the same time, as it is all things in life. They won't work by themselves. Using all these methods won't work by themselves. You are the catalyst. All right? So these energetic practices, the crystals, the feng shui, the prayers, the meditations, maybe a little bit of spells and incantations, that is raising you as the catalyst, as the fire, to a different level of vibration. Now I'm going to get a little bit more into this. And so all these practices, they're not hokum, they're not hullabaloo, they're not hogwash. And I have to apologize if the title that I created for this topic of conversation today made you doubt yourself. We had one of our members in the group, Elton. I want to say thank you so much for your comment. He said, I believe it does. My mentor, Peter Sage, speaks quite often about how some of the latest research in quantum mechanics, ontology, chaos theory, nonlinear dynamics, and circumstantial reality creation also supports this theory. It's a vibration thing, combining thought, emotions, and belief. And he's exactly right. He also says, in fact, the time delay in manifesting is called the quantum to Newtonian transition point in quantum physics. And they theorize that there's a 6 to 8 week delay if you're vibrating constantly on the frequency you need to be. And that is it. That is it. It is about your frequency. It is about your energy. You are that catalyst. You are the fire. So all these gorgeous, delicious, energetic ways of raising your vibration, that's like fuel to your fire. Fuel to your fire so you positively can grow and infect the areas of your life that you need to. It's your belief. If you believe that feng shui works, 100%, it does. 110%. If you believe that Esther and Jerry Hicks, their conversations with Abraham, is it? It is it. The book, the movie, The Secret, if you believe in that, what the bleep do we know? Absolutely. It all works. It all works because you decide that it works. I want to drill this into your head with as much love, compassion, and power as I possibly can. It all starts with you. Your reality is created by you. The way that you think creates your reality. The way that you believe what you believe in creates how you see the world. Being here and in this place, this reality, this timeline that you exist in right now, we're getting a little woo-woo, little spiritual. So it's very important to understand this whole idea of belief. It comes from you, it comes from the inside. Will it change tomorrow if you start raising your vibrations? No, because it's a consistency thing. And so I can totally understand why it's hard, why you're in a reality now where you're like, I doubt myself all the time. I'm confused. I don't know what angle to take. My motivation is fleeting. Am I good at what I do? The imposter syndrome creeps in. Comparitis creeps in. The inside creates the outside, and you are the accumulation of your beliefs. If you're not happy where you're at, it's because your belief system is a little skewed. It's not your fault. You were programmed for at least 13 years in school. And then from there on out, you're living in those limiting garbage dumpster fire beliefs that are keeping you held back from expanding and growing and becoming the most amazing version of you. So will it change tomorrow? No. 100% honesty, it won't. Just like Elton talked about, you have to have yourself at a high vibration for a certain period of time. And so I want to give you a technique that I was reminded of by this recent feng shui class that I did with my sister. She is amazing, awesome, and fantastic. And she expanded on it, but it's something that my mom also taught me growing up. So when you have these dumpster fire garbage thoughts and beliefs that come up where you're like, I don't want to think these anymore because I know they're not mine. They're not real. Okay? I want you to imagine your mind like a screen, like a TV screen or a movie screen, whatever serves you best. And this yucky belief, this yucky thought, this yucky idea is captioned on the screen, big letters. And I want you to say in your mind, say to this screen, cancel, block, delete, and it go away. And you can change the channel, change the movie, and implement the new belief that you want to. Now, what I have come to realize is that a lot of people don't have a narrator in their head. They don't have a voice in their head. And correct me if I'm wrong, if this is the way that you experience your internal self. It's more on feelings, maybe visual pictures. I want you to adapt this idea, this great tool of canceling these negative thoughts. With this screen, cancel, block, delete is your command, and create a new thought, idea, belief on top of it if it's a feeling for you, if it's just tapping into love, tapping into how amazing you are. You're the best of the best. Whether you are unable to believe it now or not, doesn't matter. Just feel what it feels like to have that. Feel the feeling. The feelings are very, very important. The feelings, if you ever see the movie What the Bleep Do We Know, I think it's on YouTube. I highly recommend that you do. The visual that they create of thinking a thought is so cool. In the movie, they generate these ripples. So someone thinks a thought, and then they do it in The Secret as well. And then the thoughts ripple out. We can't see those ripples, but that's kind of how it works. It ripples out from your beautiful mind. So again, one more time, this tool for eliminating poopy beliefs. See it on the screen. You say cancel, block, delete. And then on top of that, when the screen is blank, it is a blank slate. Let's program something new. Program a new powerful statement, affirmation, incantation, a new feeling on top of it. And the more that you do this, the more that you catch these poopy thoughts that limit you, that hold you back, that make you feel insecure, do this over and over again. And then they'll start to fall away because you are not thinking them through. You're not thinking these negative poopy thoughts to fruition, meaning you're not allowing them to run willy-nilly in your mind anymore. This is a beautiful aspect of creating more emotional intelligence for yourself, that you catch these thoughts and you don't let them run around like a crazy toddler in your brain, smashing, crashing, breaking everything down. You say, nope, cancel, block, delete, put the new thought on top of it, the new feeling on top of it, and more, the better. I would say the way that I grew up, believing in God, believing in the universe, and so on and so forth, God is not, in my mind, God is never vengeful. God has always been unconditionally forgiving and understanding. And I feel like God will reward me more, the universe will reward me more if I rise above these yucky thoughts and feelings and step into more alignment with Him, more alignment with His unconditional existence of love, of enlightenment. So reaching more, trying to take the step ladder up more towards His vibration and being more in alignment with Him. Not wanting to make God mad by these practices. Is that dumpster thoughts? No, but I would choose a more positive spin on that, like I mentioned, to try and instead of dwelling on the idea of making God mad, dwelling on the idea of how can I be more in alignment with His energy. So let me know. Oh, awesome. Cool. Wonderful. Thank you. I feel like speaking about religion and spirituality is individual for everyone, so I want to be honorable to the way that you resonate with that too. So I obviously don't want to offend, but that's what I feel, and I hope you got something good out of it. So these energetic practices, these techniques, whatever makes you excited to shift your energy, whatever makes you feel good will shift your energy instantly. There is a side to it though, and I know if you've been reading the books and taking the programs and watching the movies about energetic alignment, ask, believe, receive, that sort of thing, it's an 80-20 approach. 80% thoughts create 20%. Sorry, 80% of your thoughts, 20% of your action will create your result. 80% of the way you think of things and taking 20% action on those thoughts create a new world, create a new existence, create a new reality, creates a new timeline for you. Have you ever seen the movie Everything Everywhere All at Once? It came out last year, and it is a movie about different dimensions, alternate realities, different timelines. And it's a much different spin on time travel, a different perspective on time travel. And it's fascinating. I highly recommend that you watch it. So if you have this idea that if you were to jump into the past and change something, it would affect your future. Yes and no, but that creates a multitude of different avenues of existence. I think I'm making this too complicated. All I'm going to say, let me take a few steps back. Watch the movie Everything Everywhere All at Once. And what I'm trying to mention out of that movie is that you can create a new life in any moment based on the way that you think of things. You can jump into an alternate reality. Meaning the choices that you make in life change your reality, take you on a different timeline. Does that make sense? Let me know if that makes sense. I might seem a little complicated, but so for example, it's like the butterfly effect. Like I could drink out of my water jug right now, or I could not drink out of my water jug right now. And depending on what I do, my day could change. So it's the compound interest of all of your positive thinking and positive actions that create this new reality for you. And the more, and you want to load them on. You want to, like, you are the ice cream, and your positive thoughts, they are the sprinkles, they are the caramel and chocolate sauce, they are the cherries. All those positive thinking help you to be more of you, help you to expand in the direction that you're so longing to expand to. Yes? Okay, so let's talk about these things. When it comes to crystals, what crystals do is they have different energies and different vibrations. So if you want to dabble in the crystal realm, oh my goodness, what a wonderful energetic vibration raising rabbit hole to go down. I encourage that you, if you're compelled to learn more about crystals, do it, because it's something that's going to work for you. So is it going to help you just crystals alone, no action? Well, you know the answer to that, right? But it helps you to raise your vibrations, and putting them around your home, wearing them on you, whatever it is. It's a token, it's a symbol, it's an omen for you to focus your energy and raise your vibrations. There are so many crystals to play with. So many crystals to play with. And even pondering, contemplating, chewing on that idea raises your vibration, because what it's offering you is more possibility. And insecurity offers you more lack, right? Insecurity, lack of confidence, I can't do that, stops you in your tracks. It doesn't allow you to take action. We want to constantly be taking action. As Tony Robbins says, constant and never-ending improvement, constant and never-ending improvement. Feng Shui. The Feng Shui is a practice that brings harmony and balance into your workspaces, into your home. And it works, baby. It totally works. I have plants all over the place. And I love it. I love rearranging my space. So when you walk into it, you're like, oh, this feels good. Oh, we're adding more sprinkles onto our ice cream. We're raising our vibration just by feeling good about this that we're entering. So if you find that you have some area in a room in your house, especially in your office, start there. It's a great place to start. And you're like, oh, I don't like this corner. Start looking at the B2B style Feng Shui, because it's the simplest and it's the most effective style of Feng Shui, because there's a few other types. Try to figure out what you can put into that area of your room or take away from. Actually, you know what? You already know what you need to do. The clutter, the yuck in your home where you're like, I need to fix that. Every time you walk into the room, that cluttered area yells at you and makes you feel yucky. You know exactly what you need to do. But using Feng Shui techniques are really great. Changes up the space in a new perspective. And it's another positive rabbit hole to go down that raises your vibrations. Manifestation and prayer. If you can change them to focus on, instead of condemning the not so good, try to highlight what you do want instead of what you're trying to expel or push away, because that expulsion thought is maybe neutral. It's not necessarily negative. Sometimes it can be, depending on the context, but try and change your statements to something that elicits positivity, using positive words in your statements. Just by thinking those positive words, those words have vibration. Just like a spell or an incantation, the words that you speak have energy, have vibration behind them. Because if you say the word poo, low vibration. But if you say the word love or enlightenment or abundance or gratitude, right? It's a different level. It exists differently in your body even when you say it. So be aware of those little nuances. It's really fun. It can be really fun for you. So when you're utilizing all these wonderful energetic ways of raising your vibration, it's important to have a clear vision of what you want, a clear intention. So you're focusing all this wonderful, amazing, awesome energy in the direction where you want it to go. Now, I know it might not be fun. I know I've resisted it for many a moon, but planning and strategizing, creating 5-year plan, 1-year plan, quarterly plan, 1 month plan is very important and very powerful because you're working with the energy. You're working in a state of energetic flow, right? And so once you've picked an area that you want to focus your energy on, then the energetic, uplifting things that you have in your environment and around you are able to focus in that direction and get you there faster. When your energy is focused, where energy goes, energy flows. So where you're focusing your energy, the energy will flow there, right? All working with the river. So I would love to know, as we've had this conversation today, what energetic methods have come up for you where it's just like a little bit of a thought here and there. Oh, maybe I should try this. Oh, I've seen this crystal or this idea for raising my vibrations, or just something that feels good has come into my realm, my awareness recently. So maybe that's an idea. Maybe that's something that I should act on. What is your intuition telling you to start using to help raise your energy, to help raise your vibration? Is it more prayer? Is it more manifesting? Is it more exercising? Is it crystals? Is it plants? What could it be? What is speaking to you right now? And I know maybe you've gotten like 40 things that has come into your head at once. I want to try all these things. Pick one. Order. Like organization. Clearing out clutter is so unbelievably powerful. If you a really great book to dive into is Marie Kondo's book, The Life-Changing Magic of Tidying Up. It might overwhelm you a little tiny bit. Just do one little thing at a time. You don't have to do it on the timeline that she recommends. But the first act, she talks about taking all your clothes and putting it in the middle of your room. All of your clothes from the closets. But Lindsay, I just said order. I want order. I don't want more chaos. So these are one of the tactics, one of the strategies that she recommends. So you take all your clothes, all the clothes, put it on the floor in the middle of your living room or your bedroom or whatever. And then you go through each piece of clothing and you say, does this bring me joy? And if it doesn't bring you joy right away, you have to get rid of it. You donate, you sell, give away, whatever it may be. It's a very powerful approach. Your house is a reflection of your mind. Don't let that scare you. It's a beautiful perspective shift. And so what that naturally does, and what it naturally does for me, if I may share, is that it encourages me to, it motivates me, but it motivates me to keep the space clean, because I know if my space is messy, she's a mess too. What's one you gonna dive into? What's a good self-help book that you're like, yeah, this has been on my shelf, this has been on my radar for a while? What movie are you thinking? It's really important to get these ideas. Like when you have an inspired thought or a download or whatever it might be, whatever a definition you like, it's really important that you take action on it. So if you have a really wicked awesome idea that comes through, write it down on paper and post it somewhere where you can see it. Maybe you don't have to take action on it in that moment, but you have to get it out of your head so that it can start to come into your reality, so that it's that focused energy. You're taking action on it. Remember, 80% of the mindset and the energy, and the 20%, just 20% of action on those things, your world changes. Yes, awesome. Alrighty, my wonderful peoples, my glorious peoples. I believe in the entirety of you. I believe that you are capable to accomplish the things that you want, even in your darkest of moments. Even in the heaviest of times, you still have unlimited potential within you. Even though you might not be able to see it or feel it in that moment, you are still capable of everything and all the things that you desire. By doing this consistently, the compound interest of choosing feel good things in your environment, feel good practices in your day, as your life has no choice but to change. Alrighty, everybody, I love you all with everything that I am, and I'm very excited for you to take what you've learned today, maybe some insights, maybe some inspiration, and run with it. Just one thing, one little thing. As we get older, I know we used to be go big or go home, and now it's enabling us. Now it's limiting to us. Now it's hurting us because we are these go big, go home individuals, but it's so overwhelming because we have these go big, go home ideas all the time. So now maybe it's just a little cleanup time, maybe a little mental renovation time. And that's okay. Don't poop on yourself for that. Okay? Okay. I love you. Have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you next week. Take care.